Hello and thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading for Aries, Sun, Moon and or rising signs. So I'm going to be using the New Orleans Oracle deck for this reading along with the Animal Totem Tarot. Please keep in mind as well that these are general readings, so these may resonate on different levels for different people in different situations, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So first of all, we have got nature. How pretty is this card? Sagittarius got it as well. Go here. Peace. Keep going. And for now, I might just pull one more. Share your gifts. I honestly feel like there was a similar card or like a similar vibe in the last Aries reading that I did. And this is about like I could be wrong, I could be thinking of another reading, but this is about like moving forward with something that you feel you need to share. So obviously it could be a literal level like in this card that says share your gifts. So there could be a project or something that you want to put out there that has kind of been on the back burner for a while, but on another level it could literally be traveling. It's just something that you've been wanting to do or work for or experience that yeah, has just taken you a while to get there, and you've even had like some doubts of whether you can or not. This keep going card is just it's giving me like that feeling of relief, like, you know, when you go out and you're wearing high heels. If you're a dude, you might not know, but you might, like, no judgment, anyone can wear what they want, but you know when you have like a really big night out and you're wearing high heels all night, and then like you take the heels off and you're walking, you're like, oh my god, like the relief. So I feel like that is what is coming up for you, is that feeling of relief after taking your shoes off or your bra off. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to this thing, taking like a moment to kind of dial back a bit and to come into like a slower practice, whether that's like meditation, Reiki, or just going outside, literally, like how we have here with the nature card. Just doing something to kind of be a bit more slower and present with yourself. That's what's going to allow you to clock back in with your internal compass, so to speak, so that you can tune into where and how to go to get to where you need to be. This definitely feels like it has been a very slow burn. Yeah, again with like this keep going card, this looks like a very long path, and maybe that's kind of what's put you off or put you into maybe like a procrastination mode, or like a mode of feeling like it's not even going to happen, because when you look so far ahead and the road looks so long, you're like, am I, like, do I even have time to get there? Do I have everything I need to get there? Like this lady, all she has is her high heels that she's taken off and this little briefcase, but she has what she needs, right? She might not have a lot, but like having too much will weigh her down. And maybe that's like a message in itself of you don't need like all the bells and whistles. Like if you feel like you need more money to do what it is you need to do, obviously, like if your goal is to travel, then like yeah, you might need more money, but like this doesn't, if that, for example, is the goal and you already have a job, then like you already have the income. Maybe the thing that you need to do is to unload some expenses, maybe sell some things, because you don't need a lot to get to where you're going. And if we're looking at this in a business perspective or a creative pursuit perspective, you don't need to have like years and years of experience to go down the path that you want to go down. The experience comes from doing the thing. So if you just keep walking and keep doing the thing, you're going to gather these experiences. But when it comes to like material things, like you don't need anything but yourself. Like obviously if you need tools and supplies, that might be like, you know, like I said with the traveling thing, you might need some money. But if you've already got an income, maybe you don't need to worry about getting more money. Maybe it's about getting rid of some things. Like there's just this message of not needing to take a whole lot with you. Let's pull maybe 2 more oracle cards for, okay, this one just flipped out. Adventure. Yeah, you don't know where you're going, but that's the fun part. Oh, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how this is going to unfold. That's really the magic of it. You put it out to the universe, not knowing how the fuck it's going to happen, and you just like take it as it comes, like one foot in front of the other. Enjoy the present, because honestly, like if you have everything figured out and you have a plan for every single step of the way, sometimes that's boring. It's like for example, like I've been making these like beaded earrings, right? I love them, but my attention span, like I love the doing part, but then sometimes I just get so many like ideas for more things that I can make, and then it just kind of pulls me out of the present of making these earrings. And it's just like, you don't need to be thinking about that right now. Like just enjoy this step, enjoy what you're doing, because as soon as you start kind of like, you know, thinking too far ahead, it becomes overwhelming and you haven't even like started. Do you know what I mean? So just let go of expectations, because that's when you get surprised. That's how you have an adventure, because you don't know what's gonna happen on an adventure. That's why you go on one, because you're like, let's do this cool crazy thing, and then all the things happen because you've stepped out of your comfort zone and you've done it. So just roll with it. And then we have signs. This just tells me that you already know. You know what I'm talking about. And you've probably been just getting sign after sign, literally like the card says. So I don't really feel like I need to go into that one so much. I'm just going to go into the tarot. So what further advice does Aries need for this new adventure that they are taking? 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords is kind of like winning, but at the cost of what? It's like an energy of like just let it go. Like typically you could see this in like a conflict with other people sort of vibe. So like needing to be right over another person, but then it just ends up like being a bit of a mess. I don't really feel like this is a personal conflict in that way, like socially, but if, you know, if that resonates for you, sure. But I'm not feeling that. so far. Justice in reverse. The Hierophant. So I'm looking at the Hierophant and I'm just thinking learning on the journey, because Hierophant is very much about like structures and more like societal structures or religious structures, for example. So whatever your endeavor is, I feel like you already kind of have the base knowledge that you need to go forward. The Hierophant, so we've got here there's like a little polar bear, and the thing that's just appearing in my brain right now is that polar bears go on really long journeys, sometimes by themselves, or they have their cubs that they're protecting. This one is on their own. The keys also, this is like a key. Obviously the message that I'm getting from this card is that you already have the knowledge that you need to move forward. This is a journey that you can take, and this is a journey that you can start taking. And polar bears, they're literally built to do what they do. They're built to go it alone. They're built to go after, you know, their little polar bear lives in their own little polar bear way. But this just feels like a big reminder. I'm just repeating myself again, I'm sorry, but just a reminder that you have everything that you need. You have the knowledge, you have the foundation already to move forward. Like, just because you don't know how everything is going to perfectly work out or align or whatever, like, let go of that. If you know your shit with whatever it is that you are doing, that is all you need. Like, your knowledge is all you need. You don't need little bells and whistles and expensive fucking things. You have everything. I cannot drill that in enough. Maybe you've like been in a chapter recently that has challenged you, but this like challenge has been the thing that has pushed you into this path, basically. Because you're like, I can't keep going down this road anymore. Like, I don't like this, I don't like that, like whatever it is. There's something that's just not working for you, and it hasn't been for a while, but this challenge, it almost kind of feels like that's what has pushed you in this direction where you're like, fuck it, like I just want to do me. I want to go after things that I want to go after. I might pull another one for this Five of Swords because I'm not really too sure about that one. Yeah, literally, like I said, like we've got the Five of Pentacles here. This is about feeling a bit hopeless, but sometimes we go through these really rough, fucked up things, stressful periods of our life, so that we can be reborn, you know, so that we can move forward, move upward, because that gives us perspective. Like, when we experience exactly what we don't want, that's when we kind of go like, okay, like, no. You know, whether that's us getting sick or stressed, or, you know, even with this Five of Swords, maybe it could be like work conflicts, or just conflicts in whether that's a workplace, an environment, social circles, like whatever that is. It's like, I think that's actually the message. It feels like you've just been continually going down this one path, almost to prove to yourself like, no, there's nothing wrong with me, I can do this. Do you know what I mean? Or like, whether that's to prove it to yourself or to other people or whatever, it's like, no, like I'm gonna keep doing this job. Like, I'm not gonna quit. Despite the fact that you're actually quite unhappy where you are, it's almost like to prove to yourself, like, no, like I can do this. Because sometimes, like, when things aren't working out for us, especially if it's something that we previously wanted, like, I'm just going to use the career example. Let's say that you were in a job for a while that you really enjoyed, or maybe previously that was a path that you wanted to go down, but then it just didn't work out. And instead of just being like, oh, this just isn't for me, you kind of internalize it and you're like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Like, why can't I handle this? Like, why am I unhappy here? And you kind of blame yourself, but it's like, no, maybe this just isn't for you. But it's like you're continuing, or were continuing, to just go down the same path over and over again, almost to prove to yourself or to other people that there's nothing wrong with you, but you're not even the problem. Do you know what I mean? So this is just kind of like letting go of something from the past and just now moving into a place where you have nothing to prove. You're moving into a place that's more free and more fulfilling and hopeful, because it just feels like a dead end, like whatever you've experienced in the past. Like, and again, this is a general reading, so this could be on many different levels for many people, so please just take this how it resonates and leave what does not, of course. But yeah, I really like this reading. I'm really excited for you, because it just feels like the lessons learned, the fight is over. But it was like an unnecessary fight. It was like, this didn't, you know. But again, don't beat yourself up. Like, if that resonates, like, don't beat yourself up if you have been beating yourself up, because that's just the lesson. Things take time. So celebrate where you are. And also, when things take time, you know, when the challenges are long, what's the success going to be like? What's the happiness going to be like? It's going to be awesome, this chapter. So get excited for that. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're recognizing yourself for your own skills and capabilities. The 3 of Pentacles. So this is a card about being recognized for your work and just being celebrated for your abilities, skills, etc. In reverse, I'm just seeing this as being you seeing your worth, you seeing the path for yourself, and seeing your capabilities to go down that road and to get what you need and deserve. So yeah, I feel like that's a good note to end on with this reading. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, then please feel free to give it a like. It just helps me out, and it helps to get the video out to other people who may need this message. I am also doing readings again, like one-on-one readings, so if you're interested in that, the link is in my description. It's just on my Etsy store. But yeah, otherwise I hope you have a lovely day.